Okay. I'm gonna just go ahead and make you voice live.
When's the last time you tried to
yeah.
steal the arms off a bear? That's the
Bear
quote
meat,
that
that's
should
good
have
eating.
made
I don't
it
even
as the
cook it
cold
anymore. People say it
open.
gives worms. Well, I like to fish anyway. So,
that was definitely the first thing the chat heard was Dave repeating that.
I stand by that should have just been the cold open. When was the last time you tried to steal the arms off a bear?
We're voice live. Hi, everybody.
Whatever your answer is, it's too soon. It's too damn recent.
I have this incredibly long document to share with you guys about reasons why you don't do that.
you have the right to bear arms. I have the right to arm bears. I'm putting bears in
just hand a bear like a
T-43.
mace. Hand a bear, it's like
I'm putting this bear in a tank. I've taught them how to use Russian.
I got a
surplus.
T-62 and we stuck a bear in it. Don't ask me how we got the bear to fit.
There we go. I just labeled.
Are you laughing at what JB said, Molly? Because that's the.
No, look what
I was gonna say,
Patrick
'cause I
labeled
read
me.
it, but yeah,
Look what Dave's labeled.
I'm the token vegetarian. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
I didn't know we needed a token vegetarian. But okay.
You know what? It's more current. I mean, not current. It's more common nowadays. So yeah, I guess you would be the token vegetarian.
Yeah.
When I was driving with my mom.
We're going face
by
by
the way.
way.
Oh,
'Cause,
face live.
I have to fix. Wait, no, I don't. Did I do good?
Me and my mom
Yeah.
went for a test
Holy
drive in the vehicle. I'm
We're
driving
face
now.
live.
Face live.
Mhm.
And
I'm here. Rosa
she's
scratching
like,
my
"Oh,
forehead.
you seem to be driving fine. Like you didn't lose any, because I had driven. I had my license, renewed up, so I couldn't." I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty simple for me." She's like, "Oh, when I was pregnant with kids, I really had a hard time getting back into driving." I was like, "Oh, that's because you were a woman."
Oof.
And laughed like that. And she's like, "I don't know about that only Mom was drinking." But oof.
Anyway.
I'm glad
Holy.
my family is my family because they can't get rid of me. Y'all can get rid of me.
This is
So-
why we need an eject button, but it's just for Panda's room. It just ejects it off the side of the house.
We get a
Well,
houseboat.
at
I just
least
live
Ellie
on one of the
laughed.
pontoons.
Well,
Really
here we
fixing with
are.
that voice too. Obvious.
Part 2.
What
Or
happened
our
last
one
time?
shot.
Boogaloo.
What happened
One
last time,
is
everybody?
What happened last
Fuck, I don't
time
know.
is our kids were
Hello,
playing,
I don't know.
and then
I was a dragon.
yes, and their father had bought a very familiar goat that everybody in the chat seemed to recognize for some reason. Don't know why. From 3 familiar strangers. Don't know why they're familiar. No idea. And the goat ended up talking to the kids, and the goat was like, "Hey, take me home, and you'll get a prize." And we're like, "Hey, let's just effing go." So we did, but then the goat got kidnapped. Klondike got kidnapped by Alabastard. And they were 2 satyrs, right? No, the gnomes. I mean,
They're red caps. They were
Yeah,
red
the
caps.
red
They were
caps.
100%
Yeah.
red caps.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know that in
I don't know.
character.
Yeah, we
They're
don't know that in
100% red
character,
caps, man.
And we end up betting our favorite colors to beat him to, what was it, Pale Point?
Mhm.
Yeah, to Pale
We'll
Point.
try to get to Klondike before Klondike reached Pale Point.
Yes,
Mhm.
one of those 2 things. So we go, we follow the instructions, and we're there in the fantasy world, more specifically Fey world. And I mean, I skipped a battle. Or no, I didn't. I haven't skipped a battle yet. Got into a little battle, and then Klondike's like, "Hey, go find my friend. He owes me a favor, and hey, if you could help me, that'd be awesome." We go find Sir Gravy.
Fairy. I just want to say that.
Huh?
He's a goat fairy. I just want to say that he's a goat fairy.
Yeah, he
A
was
little
a
goat
fairy.
fairy.
Yeah, gold fairy.
Very cute. So we go and find his friend, Sir Gravy.
Mhm.
That's the correct way, but we kept going back to Sir Gravy the entire time.
I think it's because of how you were like, oh, this is how I would have spelled it. And I was like, that looks like Sir Grady.
Yep. And the favor we got was changing to hello. Sorry, specifically hello OCD Gaming 90. The favor that we got was transforming into like these older and more experienced people. I am a half Kassir, which is a half elf. Dave is a full.
I'm still a half Rakog. No, I'm a half Rakog.
Oh, you are
didn't
half?
change. Yeah, they didn't change.
I thought
at
you
all.
said you were full.
Nope.
Okay. And then Juice is a demi. I remember that. Let's see. Oh, and we had 3 choices of where we're going to go on the road. One had a art gallery that could give us weapons of imaginary awesomeness. Second was the center, which was the way that Klondike and Alabastard went. And it holds slivers of dead iron.
Yep.
Dead iron.
Dead iron.
Which is apparently very effective against the red caps.
Basically anathema to fairies is kind of what they said.
Yeah.
For the most part. Like to all things in the Fae realm.
Which, if we may still go over there or not, we haven't decided yet. There's like a giant vulture there, and they don't take very happily when you try and steal that kind of stuff from there. And then third, which is the way we ended up going, is to some, well, it says they were horses. We don't know that for a fact yet, because we got into a battle, and at the end of the battle that we had started, loomed a giant. I don't know what it was, but getting ready to attack us, and we left off there.
It looks like an ogre-ish thingy. Whenever you see the token when he pulls up the map, it kind of looks like ogre-y or giant-y or something, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had it on the other one so they could see the overworld for a little
There
bit.
you go. Yeah. That looks kind of ogre-y, giant-y, whatever-y.
These biggin.
And I skipped a lot of stuff, but we are here.
We are indeed here. As that big bastard leapt down from a different level, looked over the rest of you, and shouted, "Food!" Because he calls it like he sees it. So with that, let us begin again. You've already rolled into initiative. He's actually going to have to roll into initiative here.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just after our Stoltzka's turn. After you executed that, whatever that weird hunched back skinny thing is. Let's see where this man lands.
Ooh, hunchback skinny thing.
Okay, he gets.
Reminds me of some middle schoolers.
Where is my initiative?
What now?
Hunchback skinny thing. Reminds me of middle schoolers.
I was going to say, is that
I just
your
didn't
band
hear what
name?
you had said, so that makes a lot of sense. Hunchback Skinny Thing also does sound like a good punk band name.
Skinny thing,
Let's see if I can
hunchback.
Get the
Sounds better now.
initiative tracker up here real quick.
Have
Oh,
you
Lord.
do like skinny thing? Yeah, it sounds like a country, like a country core something.
Country corn?
Yeah, country corn.
Is that like candy corn, but sounds worse?
Yeah.
Where to put this damn thing? Right, we'll put it right down here in the corner.
Today's stream
Excellent.
is brought to you by viewers
No.
like you.
It's your
Thank
turn.
you.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Get
Get outta here with
like
that.
you.
We're not educational. Unless. No. But
Unless.
yes,
I mean, we
come down
can
to
be.
Oh, whoa.
Bodok's turn.
Accidentally.
Bodok.
No, I can be on purpose on that. But go ahead, Bodar.
So this creature is way up here.
Yep.
We'll say
is that 30 feet?
The sake of simplicity, that he is indeed 30 feet away from you.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty high up, but you can see him and reach him if something can reach 30 feet.
Well, what's he holding there?
It appears to be a big wooden knobby club.
Is it made of wood?
I did say wooden.
Is that technically nature's metal?
Get the fuck out of here!
Okay.
I know what you're trying to do. So here's what we'll do. We'll bring it down to we'll give it straight up luck whether there are metal components to this. Give me evens or odds and roll a D100 because D100 is more fun than D10.
Yep. Odds.
That's what you want it to land on then. There's odd. Okay, so you see that this like big wooden chunk of something he's got appears to have these very shiny metal bands kind of wrapped around it. And so the part he's holding actually does have these like metal bands wrapped around the wood. And you can see some kind of studs sort of poking out of the top of it. So you can tell there's quite a bit of metal in this.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do a dumb. First of all, I'm gonna resize my window because it's cutting off parts of it. So you think. I'm gonna take a big step forward.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast that there thing. I'm gonna boop it.
They all need disarm. Okay. +5 for 2 levels. So yeah, you can definitely reach him.
Oh, I forgot to add the dang recovery thing.
Okay. So roll a caster level check. DC would be, what is this, first level spell?
Yes.
So 22.
I just want to say this is, I think, the first time that I've read the bottom part of the targets where it's 15 pounds of unattended metal, which means I'm starting to fire, y'all. Because your boy has this in our normal Thursday campaign.
He rolled an 8 for his reflex save.
Or Tuesday campaign, I mean.
So he is not able to drop the weapon and take no damage. It's okay, so he takes... Yeah, so you're 5th level, so that's 5d4. So roll me 5d4 points of damage.
5d4. Yeah. Is that 5d4 plus anything, or is it just 5d4?
Just 5d4. So you cast your spell, you feel the gifts that nature and the spirits of the land have given you flow through you and rush out, seemingly in anger at this creature. You can feel your spell take hold, and suddenly the little metal bands and such around there, even little studs, suddenly glow white hot. And you see him kind of notice it with this big grin on his face at first, and by the time he does, there's already smoke curling out from under his fingers. He also had it kind of resting against his shoulder and like neck, so you see this like burst of smoke and like sparks and flames coming up out off his hands and off the side of his face. Just waving it around rapidly, trying to like fling off what he perceives to be fire, even though it's not actually on fire. It's really goddamn hot. But even by the time your spell's done being incanted, the metal already seems to be cooling supernaturally quickly. But you see these really nasty burns across the side of his face and over like his insides of his hands and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was your standard action. Anything with your... so you moved.
Yeah.
Standard. Anything with the swift?
No.
All right. Ord. It's your turn. You're still raging, it appears.
Yeah. So he's at the tippy top of this like cave area, right?
Mm-hmm. Looks like he was planning on jumping down, but you're not sure what he's going to do now.
That's what I want him to do. So I'm gonna try and coax him into jumping down. And I'm basically just going to stand about here-ish, I think, and yell a whole bunch and make noise and wave my arms, and not like coherently, like very much like a kid attempting to get someone's attention, just like that, just like but
Pulling the
in
Kid
doing-
Goku, like turn around, like smacking yourself on the butt, stick it out.
Yeah, exactly. All of that, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just doing a bunch of flailing over there.
Yeah.
I'll say you could do that as your move, since we're not, unless you're trying to do
I
like
was
some
gonna
kind of
say
mechanical
5
roll
foot
or
step,
something.
do that as a move, and then can I just prepare an action that if it jumps down, I can hit it, like if it's within engagement range of me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Swing.
Which mode
And-
is your?
That's what I was about to say.
your-
I'm going to be in shield mode, so I have the reach. So if it's
Fortress,
within
gotcha.
10 feet of me, I can hit it. Yeah, fortress mode. Is that right?
Gotcha. Okay, go ahead and throw that in the chat. It is Big Bastard's
I don't know
turn.
where my character sheet is. Oh, character sheet.
He does like the idea of just hopping on down there and getting in the middle of shit. But he'd get burned pretty bad. He's gonna do it. He's brave. So he leaps from the top of this, club raised up over his head. I'm gonna give Arstotska a reflex save because he's gonna land in this space. You really don't want him to land on you. So put him here.
Am I good to roll now?
Yep.
Okay. Reflex.
Flat roll.
Reflex
15?
is
Okay,
an
yep.
only.
I'll allow that to skedaddle you over here. You're gonna move into that space.
Hooray.
Mosey even.
Oh. Sorry. There we go.
Thank you. So let's see. Your reach is out here. So he falls another space into your threatened square. It lands on that poor dead creature. There's like a loud crunch as he's coming down, but you do get your attack of opportunity as he leaves a threatened square.
Let's go. Oh, hold on.
Attack
Yeah,
of
okay,
opportunity or his ready
This
to
is
action?
he's
Okay.
gonna get both. He's
Okay.
gonna get both. Yeah. They're gonna have the same bonus, so it doesn't matter which is which. 22 is a hit, or you still have your rage on, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Still
so
have
that's
rage
just
on.
minimum. Okay, so
Yep.
take 7 from the first one, and second swing. This is your.
It is coming right up.
Actually, that would have been your readied, and then this is the attack of opportunity when he leaves that space.
Man, I just rolled dog poop on damage.
What's the attack of
17.
opportunity for? Sorry.
He has, because Ord has reach, so he actually
okay.
threatens this space.
As he
Because I'm in-
Leaves that
yeah.
space. Hmm.
checks out, yeah.
17 hits exactly. So he takes 8 more points of damage. So yeah, as he's coming down, you get that one you were ready for, just like right across the shoulder. You kind of unbalance him a little bit, and as he comes down, like kind of almost lands on his knee on the inside of this creature. You just gave him another good one across the chin, like right across where those burns are. And you see it knock off just like this slough of skin that was all singed and seared. There's just a spray of blood across the ground. You actually think you hit him pretty damn hard, all things considered. He staggers up to his feet. That was his move to get down there. Takes his big, heavy swing. He is going to aim at... Well, the smart thing to do would be to aim at you two so he could cleave, but he's real pissed that he just got clocked twice by the same person. So he's going to try to get that back. Two-handed swing. That is a 15 versus AC, which I believe hits.
Yeah, it does. My
So you're
AC
gonna
is 14 because of raging.
So you're going to take 18 points of bludgeoning damage. Wham! You managed to roll with it a bit, but that's a heavy swing. That's a big boy. That's a heavy swing. But you can see that like the club kind of slips from his hands a little bit as like the burned skin and stuff is not holding purchase as much, and He's kind of struggling to keep himself together, and you can see his like right eye is almost swollen shut already from the blow you dealt him. But he gets it back in both hands, gets all the way back up, ready to fight. That's his full turn for now. The thing down there is absolutely dead.
He got squished.
So we're going to go ahead and remove it from initiative. Roll into the top of the initiative for the next round. Arstotzka, you're up.
Sweet. So I'd have to be over here in order to flank, right?
That is all. Unfortunately, not a valid space, but
Okay.
you are flanking with Ord from here.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Then I will attack.
All right, go for it.
Yeah.
+2 from flanking.
Yeah.
18 is a hit.
Sweet. Here's my sneak attack.
9 points of damage +7, so 16. You may describe your kill.
Good dang. Good dang.
You guys are 5th level. This is actually not a big challenge for you.
Taking 18
No, it's
damage
just-
in one swing is, though. Woof.
You got to finish
Yeah.
2 things when you normally don't get to kill stuff. Is that
Right.
what it is? Yeah. ahead.
So in his burnt hand, the rapier goes towards the burnt skin and like digs into that part of the flesh before escaping like from the knuckle, and then the straight strawback, she does like a pretend multi-stab to like its back.
Okay. So you stab like through his hand.
Yep.
That's kind of gripping the thing, and he like shouts in pain at that. He tries to kind of rip the rapier out of your hand, but you pull away very quickly, kind of like flash like the rapier like toward his face and around like the back of his head, kind of get confused for a moment. He turns away, and I'll say you probably get one good one right through the spine. You can like actually feel the vertebrae separate from the thrust, and he just goes completely limp. There's a couple of kind of disturbing spasms from him, and then he just goes completely still. Okay.
I did it!
Now combat is over. Yeah. You did it. And as the body of the big bastard cools there in the first world sun, the woods are quiet again for once. Other than the chirp of birds who seem completely undisturbed by the violence that just happened. You can see a rather colorful-looking squirrel kind of scurry from bush to bush in the distance. Which doesn't seem like typical behavior of animals, but here they are.
Arstotzka is gonna laugh victoriously and then look over and be like, "Oh, you look hurt. I think, yeah." She'll dig through her backpack and take out a potion.
I can. Sorry, I'm higher pitched than. I think I can help with that.
Oh, okay. She'll put her potion back.
I get to cast Cure Light Wounds.
It's not that character, it's me reading which one to do. Yes. I guess I just boop it like the other ones. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get booped.
12 and 12.
Harmless creature touched.
Oh, I see. Yes.
1d8 plus
Yep, you did 12.
Yeah, it's 12.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
in
it
the
rolled?
description there. It's got the
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you know.
Nice. It's a pretty good heal.
Much
Yeah, it was a
appreciated.
good job.
Did you already apply that, Dave?
Yep. I'm quick.
Yep. Oop, I
Sometimes
put the
when
wrong
I'm paying
thing
attention.
here. Yeah, Ord still looks a little roughed up, but much better than they did a second ago.
Yeah, doing that thing, just like popping my neck back and forth, like rotating the shoulders, just like trying to work out the stiffness and the
Yeah,
bruises.
We did the snail bet up.
Oh
Yeah. That's what I was.
I'll let y'all handle it, or unless you want me to. I've done it last
If
3
you-
times.
I mean,
Two
I
times.
don't know how, so.
Yeah, I don't know if you can.
It's a mod thing.
Yeah,
I
you
am
just
a
got to
mod,
be in the
but-
mod settings.
Yeah, I'll let one of you do it, because, you know. But, I'm assuming from here you move on and continue toward the Gather Grove.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, real quick, is there anything shiny on that dude's body? Or the one that was crushed underneath him?
You go and try to search him a bit. Go ahead and give me a perception and a strength check.
There's a perception and my strength.
I forgot, were those goblins that were also there?
Those are not goblins, no. They're the same weird, ugly, kind of pug-faced things that got you killed with a spoon earlier.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just wearing, like, tattered, ragged, nasty-looking tunics. They don't really have anything. They have, like, these really shitty-looking knives, but... Let's see. So, Sturtska, you think you see something underneath him? And you're trying to, like, kind of move and, like, lift and push his bulk to get him off of it so you can reach it, but you're not quite strong enough. You drop him, you hear a loud crunch, and some kind of red liquid that doesn't look like blood oozes out from underneath him. Looks oddly similar to the liquid in your potion bottle.
Darn it! Oh, well. Okay,
Well,
I
what-
just wanted to make sure.
What did you learn?
Let Big Sis handle the strength stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, you could also just ask for help.
She gets like a huge frowny face from that. I don't ask, I demand.
And then I casually
Because
remember,
I am
and
required to
that-
help you if you
I was
ask
gonna say,
for help.
No, I was gonna say, and
Remember?
that is why I don't help you, is because you demand help.
Let's
I
go!
don't do demands.
Well, you guys move on. Let's go back to the overworld here, so everyone can see.
There we go.
And then I will put this away. And there we go.
Dave, were you figuring out the snail bet?
What?
Or...
No, I was doing
I'll do
the Discord link in chat. Sorry, I can do the snail bet now. I was
I'm
doing
doing
something
it.
else first.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Predictions. Start prediction.
Make it sure. Wait, what did I hide? Nothing. I feel like I just muted something and I don't know what it was, and it's going to be real obvious when I watch this back. Well, either way, so get back to the overworld, make sure everybody can see. There we go. So, our group here continues their way to the Gather Grove. As you wander through those woods, you notice some much more obvious differences as you get deeper into them from the forests back in Setsegia that you had the privilege to visit a few times with your father. Trees are all very different sizes, even different species, all in the same area that don't really belong together. You might describe the order at which they're arranged in this place as whimsical. Even the colors, some of them are violet, some pinkish, some bluish, others perfectly normal green and brown. But there's a lot of character to them. Even the ones that look very similar, there's slight differences in just the way that the bark or leaves are arranged that just make them look interesting. You find it relatively easy to kind of get lost in just the beauty of the surroundings. Sunlight peeking through the canopy, hitting some of the very tall, very lush grass in certain ways almost paints a portrait when you look directly ahead at the nature. But again, you're in a hurry. So even when there's the occasional, maybe Ord slows down a little bit because there's a really cool looking flower over here, and Archstone's goes like, "Hey, hurry up, we gotta go save Klondike," or Bodark continuously being the older sibling, just urging you ahead when you're both distracted. But I'd say you feel rather focused. It's not too difficult to keep on track. With that focus, however, does not guarantee success in noticing all of your surroundings. So I need to ask, of all three of you, who would be on the lookout for danger in the form of monsters?
Yeah.
Panda has his hand up, and that would be
definitely
true.
not me.
Okay.
I am definitely doing the. Oh, look at this! Oh, look at that! Oh, look at this! Oh, look at that! Oh, look at this!
Sorry,
Oh,
also
look
I
at
have a mouthful of greasy seconds. So yeah.
Oh, nice. So
Yep.
perception from you first.
Or you
I'm too busy being focused.
It doesn't matter because I don't have a bonus to that. But
That's fine. 16. But you are in a forest. Who would be on the lookout for dangers in the matter of terrain?
I mean,
Can't
that's
be Panda.
probably me in that case because I'm looking around at literally all the cool stuff, right? Like, I'm like, oh, this flower's really weird. Oh, this what? So that's probably me.
Okay. Perception from you. Okay, 12. And finally, that leaves the youngest, who is keeping a general eye out, hopefully to catch things that her other two siblings don't notice.
Hopefully.
Perception from you.
All right. Yeah, I think so.
yeah,
Hopefully.
is that 18? Good God.
Okay. So now, Arstotzka, even though you are very observant, and as we described in the last session, you can tell that your senses are sharper. It's easier for you to pay attention to isolate little details and like pick them out from just passively. It doesn't take any extra effort, but when you really put your mind to it, very perceptive. However, no one can truly multitask, so you will be drawn to certain things more than others. Give me evens or odds, assign one of the other to your two siblings, and we'll see who you're actually assisting here.
Evens will be juice.
Okay.
What am I rolling?
Just a D10 or a D100.
Okay.
I like D100. But... So evens.
D5,000.
So you managed to help Juice out quite a bit here. In that, excuse me, while he's kind of keeping an eye on the canopies and stuff, and there's like, anytime there's a weird noise or something, you can tell he's like kind of peering around, making sure he doesn't see anything weird. Occasionally asking if you saw or heard something. You do notice something that he misses, though. A bit of movement in the trees. It's right after he looks a direction. There's a sound. You hear it too. You and Juice both look over. You see just some leaves kind of moving. Could have easily been the wind. But you notice a very distinct movement of a figure kind of overhead. A little too big to be a leaf. Even when you look up, some of the leaves are larger, but none of them as big as what moved. And you start to kind of watch the trees a bit more. And you see the same movement further ahead. Something very well camouflaged. It actually looks to be made of vines and leaves and ivy and things all growing across its skin, forming what looks like sort of a hood and a mask over a humanoid face. You only see it for a moment as it passes from one leafy canopy to another, but you're certain you saw it. And it's moving ahead of you, going away.
Well, shucks. That's not a horse. Juice, keep an eye out on that.
On.
The camouflage dude. To point, but of course it's gone.
On.
Okay, I try to keep my eye on it.
Yeah, you find the most suspicious looking leaf up there. You just walk
Oh
it
my
like a
gosh.
hawk for a little while. As you get closer and closer to it, it becomes more and more obvious that that's not what she was talking about. And while you both have your eyes on the canopy, Ord, you're keeping an eye more on the ground. See some shiny pebbles, but you don't get distracted. You see some cool flowers, but you don't get distracted. You see a bug, a really big butterfly with like these cool little shiny antenna things. Okay, you get a little distracted. And then I need a reflex save from you as the ground just gives way underneath your feet.
Reflex save from what?
No, this is from Ord.
Yep.
Ah.
I've got it coming right up. I see that. There we go.
Reflex of 18. That
Nice.
is unfortunately a little too low.
Oh, bummer.
You fall into a 20-foot pit and land hard on the packed dirt at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You only take 7 points of damage from that.
Only.
Still hurts. Doesn't feel great. And you're at the bottom of a 20-foot pit.
Are you alright down
It
there?
collapses, and just more of the ground immediately shunts and gives way. So I need reflex saves from both of the other two of you as well. These are a
Yep.
lower DC.
Yep.
Fuck you all.
Bodark takes 8 points of damage as you fall, whack, land right behind your sister.
What kind of damage is this?
This is bludgeoning damage, technically. It's really
Oh, is it
falling
fall
damage,
damage?
which is untyped, yes.
Okay. Because you told me to swap out the bracers because they don't add.
Yes.
I swapped to Boots of the Cat.
Nice. You take minimum, so you're
Yes.
going to take 2 points of damage instead.
And I land on my feet.
And land on your feet.
Yes. Because I was like,
I just
oh,
realized, by the way,
Other thing.
if this makes any difference, I forgot. I have trap sense because I'm a barbarian, so that was a 19, not an 18. I forgot to put the one on.
It's still a little too short.
Okay. Just making sure. Just because, I get one extra. So
Yeah.
Oh, my knees.
It was just shy. you land really hard, you look cool for a second, but you're like, oh, I can't move my knees just yet. I gotta give it a second. Ugh. Your feet are kind of stuck in the dirt a little bit. But Ashtotska, you just take a really quick step back and you just watch the ground go, and there goes Bodar. And you hear them talking at the bottom, so you know they're alive, but it's gonna take a little bit to get out.
You alright? Do you need another heal?
I mean, it definitely didn't feel good.
Alright.
Oh, he doesn't have the reroll. I mean, the roll to see if he gets his spells back still.
Yeah, I know. Because I forgot to add it.
Yeah, we'll just do it manually. I actually didn't pay attention to your one earlier. Did you roll it? You did.
I mean,
yeah, roll a caster level check. Real quick, see if you got my disarm back. DC will be 22.
What is a caster level check? Is that a...
You just click. So, hey, you go to your spells, and where it says basically what your caster are, it'll say like Druid on the left-hand side of the page near the top. You click on that, that's your caster level check. But it wouldn't
That's
see
exactly
that.
what you
I
need.
need to do
You-
that twice
you
because
recovered
I
it.
cast.
And then Cure Light Wounds will do it for that too.
I need to do that twice though because I...
Jeez.